Don't be. Hello. Hello. So, Attic Queen on the scene here in Queen's Quarters in Oldsmar. And I just got a phone call, random call out of the blue. And it was a young gentleman, and he has kind of had marbles in his mouth. Definitely had marbles in his mouth. Are you hiring? Yes, I am hiring. And I currently have 4 employees. And when you work for me, it's a little different. And I have high expectations. So I am currently 1 year and 1 day post spinal fusion. And I used to do this work myself. So who am I? What do I do? And why should you care? So my name is Jessica, but I identify as the Attic Queen, and I own and operate Attic Queen LLC based out of Oldsmar. So we are an insulation company with a home performance focus. Did you know that 400 million people Googled, is my house making me sick? Did you know that people are living in their house sick? We solve that problem, whether it's old insulation, whether it's insulation that had gotten wet, maybe there's mold, maybe there's lots of bacteria and germs because there's been rodents in the attic that have literally shit and urinated all over your attic, chewed through your ductwork. That air is getting pulled in through your ducts and through the penetrations on your ceiling. We solve that problem. And if your house physically isn't making you sick and you're opening up your electric bill every month and you're just like completely beside yourself because it's ridiculous, we solve that problem. So again, yes, I'm hiring. I currently have 4 employees, and some of them had absolutely no experience. They've been with me for over a year and 3 months. My GM's been with me for 7 months. The 2 other people, one's probably like 4 months right now, but his mom was a customer of mine and followed my journey and learned who I was as a person. And when we did her job, she introduced me to her son, and she was like, it would give me, you know, I don't know the words. It's gonna sound like she's like, it would give me great honor as if you could take my son under your wing, because I do things differently here. Number one, it is required that you take training. There is an 8 course module that IDI Distributors, my favorite distributor company, the company that changed my life and helped force me into becoming the Attic Queen, because they offered a training that when I was working for another company, I got fired. I got fired for going to training 2 days before going to this training. That training changed my life. But IDI, they have this amazing man by the name of Ken Allison that pretty much travels all over the country and teaches insulation contractors, other kind of contractors, how to do this type of work, whether it's fiberglass, spray foam, basics of building science, so on and so forth. So yeah, like it's a requirement. Like, you step through that door, number one, you have attitude over everything. If you have a shitty attitude, do not come here. If you have excuses, if you have drama and everything going on outside of your life and you're trying to bring that in through these doors, turn the hell around, because not only will I not tolerate it, this is the real boss. She will not tolerate it. We do not want idiots working for us, because the people that are hiring us, like, they are depending on us to come in there and do a good job. It is literally the worst job on the planet doing what we're doing in Florida. 140 to 160 degrees. It's hot as hell. You're dealing with like really horrible things. Here's what I call attic candy. I mean, what would you do? You come face to face with this, right? This has been soaking for 2 years in attic, like an enzyme. Anyway, so let me go back. I'm going on a rant. I do this often, so and it usually takes me to a certain point. But my guys know the second they come through that door, the only thing they're worried about is getting that customer's job done the right way. 90% of what people hire us for are to go in there and to remove all of the insulation when all the other insulation companies want to make a quick buck and basically do blow and goes. And they want to blow over that rodent skull and all of that urine and feces and everything. They want to just blow over it. When we go in there and we pull out all of it, then we sanitize it. But the second they walk through that door and they put on their required attic queen uniform, and for whatever reason, if they don't have an attic queen uniform on, they're only required to wear gray, black, or green. That's it. If for whatever reason you're not in uniform, you have to be in those colors. I'm not playing around right now because 2024 is my year where I have big goals. Breaking my back is literally a blessing in disguise. I'm fortunate that I'm not paralyzed, but unfortunately, I have metal from here to my tailbone and into my hips that does not allow me to work anymore. So if you're seeing any pictures or videos of me crawling around, that's because when I was an owner operator, literally doing the work myself, I didn't have time to post content. But now that I'm stuck behind a desk and I got a boss that's breathing down my neck all the time, like, oh, what are you doing? What are you like? She's expensive. This dog's expensive to maintain, right? So let me get back on track again now for the third time. Pick up my phone, 10:11 a.m. Yes, are you hiring? Yeah, well, that depends. Do you have any experience? Yeah, I have AC experience. What kind of AC experience? Central. Did anybody ever see the video of Mike Tyson where he's getting interviewed and I guess he lost during that fight? And the guy's like, so, what happened, Mike? And he's like, I broke my back. And the guy's like, you broke your back? He's like, yeah. He's like, well, what do you mean you broke your back? How did you do that? And he goes to Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson goes, spinal. Like what? So yeah. So when I asked him what specifically with AC, he says central. And I said, well, what did you do? And he said he was an installer. Now there's a difference, in my opinion, between being an installer and like actually being able to do AC work, right? So number one, did you have like proper training? Or did you just kind of get thrown into it and then you figured it out on your own? Like, have you taken classes? Okay. So then there's also AC installers that will just change out the unit and never step foot in an attic. Now, attics are my happy place. I feel like after 34 years, I figured out that the good Lord and my parents' genes were combined to create this perfect, tiny size mindset machine attic champion, attic master. I'm like, I don't know, like the Yoda of attics, maybe? I'm telling you, like a Jedi Knight climbing through the trusses, running through attics. But there's AC people that will come in and be like, oh, your unit's messed up. Blech. Shout out to Florida Air that posted a video yesterday. Mark Lang, you're the man, literally went up in somebody's attic. And I kid you not, I have a big head, like size wise, but also like with my dreams and goals, like I'm very big headed. Like there was literally two ducts right next to each other that holes were bigger than that, right? So there's AC people that never step foot in an attic because they literally hate them. They're the worst places to get around. Anyway, so so then I was like, he's like, yeah, I changed ducts too. Okay, cool. Where did you work? Literally like an for like 6 seconds and then silence. I kid you, actually, no, I lied. It wasn't silence. Then it was barking dogs in the background, kid crying, some girl talking in the back. Okay, I get it. You're home. You're trying to find a job. And I'm like, you don't remember where you work? And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. He's like, I just smoked a blunt. What did you just say? What did you just literally, what did you just say? I can't. And I said to him, did you just literally tell me that you don't remember where you worked because at 10:11, when you don't have a job, I swear to God, I really, you know what? I hope my Ring camera picked this up. I don't think it did. Did you literally just tell me you do not remember what company you work for because you just smoked a blunt? I appreciate you calling me, but you're not the kind of person that I would ever hire, ever. If you're a mouth breather and you're somebody that literally is going to tell the owner of a company that you just smoked a blunt, uh, I literally can't even fire you because you would never even have the opportunity to walk through that door. So, if you are somebody that's a hard worker that literally enjoys helping people, like, you just have to be healthy. You have to be able to exercise. Some days are short, some days are long, but you have to be able to understand the assignment and understand that these families that are hiring us, some of them are severely sick. Some of them have autoimmune diseases. Some of them can't breathe. Some of them have nosebleeds. Some of them have autistic children that are having flare-outs that are nonverbal, that can't explain what is going on with their body because there's mold or there's rat dead bodies and all this shit that they're bringing in. They can't say that. So if you want to find, like, get paid to exercise and to save families, whether you have experience or not, if you have a good attitude, if you're physically fit, if you're healthy, if you are somebody that doesn't get excuses and just gets shit done, slide into my DM. Dial the digits. You're the kind of person I want. If you're experienced, I want you even more. Anybody that's working for or have worked for weatherization companies in the past where they are working on a limited budget because it's all funded by the state and unfortunately the customers don't have money to pay the proper amount. Like if you're working for a company and you feel undervalued, you're underpaid, you're not really getting satisfaction, the company has shitty equipment. Have you ever vacuumed with a diesel vacuum? Have you ever sucked out R30 bats with craft paper? Have you ever no, probably not. So I have 3 vacuums that are better than like anything. I have 2 blowers. I have tons of equipment, and I have a lot of families that need what we do. So anyway, that's my rant for the day. If you saw this and you're interested, and like I said, get in touch with me. Or if you are a business owner struggling to hire good people, I don't know. Set the expectation of your current employees. Show up to work every day. Be who you say you are. Be a good person. Do good things. Do good work. And at the end of the day, health and happiness, baby. Thank you, everybody that's like continuously following my journey, supporting my business. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.